Shabbat Shalom, everybody. That was absolutely terrible. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Now we can hear you. We're so delighted that you're here this morning as Rachel and Raphi take their appropriate steps as B'nai Mitzvah. Now, each is one a bar and one a bat mitzvah, but the plural is B'nai Mitzvah. Were they twins of single gender who were female, it would be B'not Mitzvah. I happen to have that experience 2 years ago, and those B'not Mitzvah are sitting here with us today. You'll all be tested from New Zealand which ones they are. But we're very happy that you're all here. We're going to turn to page 10 in our thin blue book, because there is a thick blue book. The thin book is called Mishkan Tefillah, and it's sitting up for you right here. And the thick blue book is our Torah commentary, which we will turn to a little bit later. And I'm going to invite these three B'not Mitzvah to help bring some books over here. We're going to need a few Sidurim for the front row. We got them all? We got them? We got them? Excellent. You may be seated. We're going to turn to page 10 in Mishkan Tefillah. You'll note that the book is organized in the following way. There's English, and there's Hebrew, and there's transliteration of the Hebrew. So you will be able to follow along with the service. Even if you've never heard the words before, you'll be able to follow by reading the English letters of the Hebrew and thereby participate with us. And we hope you'll sing with us and laugh with us and do one other favor for us, which is that before God created the world, he did many things, one of which was make sure that cell phones were turned off at services, okay? So if you happen to have a cell phone with you, I'd be very grateful if you would power off. Do not put it on stun unless you are a physician in need of emergency. The power of your cell phone actually corrupts our wireless system. So if you do have a cell phone, turn it off, and we thank you very much for that. And sing with us, laugh with us. Have a wonderful time this morning as Rachel and Raphi become B'nai Mitzvah. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Friends, it's my privilege to invite forward our grandparents, Margot Neal, to lead us as we turn to page 66 in our prayer book. Our grandparents. That's fine. But not a microphone yet.
Each of us enters this sanctuary with a different need. Some hearts are full of peace and gratitude, overflowing with love and joy. They are eager to confront the day to make the world a better place. They are recovering from illness or have escaped misfortune. We rejoice with them.
Some hearts ache with sorrow. Disappointments weigh heavily on them. Families have been broken. Loved ones lie on a bed of pain. Death has taken a cherished loved one. May our presence and caring bring them comfort.
Some hearts are embittered. Ideals are betrayed and mocked, answers sought in vain. Life has lost its meaning and value. May the knowledge that we too are searching restore our hope and renew our faith.
May my life be one link in a chain of goodness. As I say the prayers of my ancestors, help me to recall their devotion and faithfulness, their joy and suffering, which are in every word. Holiness is my heritage. May I be worthy of it.
Page 170, friends. Raphi and Rachel are going to lead us.
May our tradition live in me and pass from me to generations I shall never know, enriched by the truth that I have found in the good deeds I have done. So may I fulfill my task on earth and receive my blessing. And when the service ends and the prayers have ceased, help me to bring their spirit into the world in which I live. May I love God above all and my neighbor as myself, and be a living witness to the truth that never changes.
As we turn, friends, across the page to 171, Rachel and Raphi, now becoming B'nai Mitzvah, receive for the first time their talit from mom and dad.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehitatef b'tzitzit.
Amen. We're going to turn, friends, to page 195. And on 195 is our formal call to prayer called Baruch Hu, and we invite all who are able to please rise. '96.
The world is sunlight, restoring the soul, rejoicing the heart, bringing light to the eyes, more welcomed than gold, a Torah from heaven. I have no light to give the morning. My Torah, my special human gift, is words. As I bring my words forth from silence, welcome them, you who redeems the sun from darkness.
Page 199.
O God, inspiration and guide for all, you have spoken in 1,000 tongues for us to hear. In every land and every age, your children have heard you and imagined you in separate ways. And yet, O God, you are one, unifier of humanity.
Together with Raphi, we give thanks for the sages and teachers who bring us understanding of your will. Gratefully we recall the lawgivers and prophets, the psalmists and sages of Israel. And joyfully we remember that from the dawn of Israel's life, we would turn to you and find purpose.
May the teachings of our ancestors live on in our minds, and their passion for righteousness stir our hearts. Help us to live so our daily conduct reveals the beauty and wisdom of your truth.
Baruch atah Adonai, habocher ba'amo Yisrael be'ahava. On 200, the watchword of our faith, Shema Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael,
Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu,
seated, friends. Continue with the words that follow in the Bible itself, in the book of Deuteronomy, words that begin in the Hebrew phrase ve'ahavta, meaning you shall love. They're found on 201 in the translation, and in the transliteration, a few notes down below. Raphi's going to take the lead here.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי ואתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Turn, friends, to 203.
Adonai spoke to Moses, sing the song of men and women, joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace.
We turn, friends, to 204. Michamocha is a quote from Exodus 15. It's a reminder of the journey from oppression to freedom that our ancestors made. We sing it as our freedom ballad.
Sefer
Page 205 is a bit of a funny page. It's a prayer, to begin prayer, that's in the singular, when all the pages that are going to follow are all in the plural. We have an individual voice within a united community. So we turn, friends, to 205 to begin our tefillah. We ask Adonai that you open up each of our individual lips, that our mouths may declare your praise, and we invite all who are able to please rise as we continue on 206.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Chazdei Avot v'Himahot, Umevi Gula Livnei Vneihem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozier U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol atah, Rav le'oshia, Mashiv haruach u'marid hagah Hashem, Mechakel chayim bechesed, Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, Zomech noflim ve'ofei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayim emunato b'shenei afar. Michamocha ba'al gevurot, Umidom elach, Melech memid umechayei, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'neheman hatah lehachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei hakol.
208 at the very bottom, our prayer for holiness.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמם הרום, ככתוב על יד נביאיך, וקרא זה זה ואמר, קדוש קדוש קדוש, אדוני צבאות, מלך כל הארץ, כבודו, יבחרך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We praise you, holy God. We invite you, friends, to all be seated at this time as we continue on the top of page 211. Words that, I might just translate colloquially as don't worry, be happy. This is Shabbat, not a time to worry. The words of the prayer start, Yismachu, be happy. So that's what we're going to sing.
שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג שבת ישמחו במלכותך. שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. מקדשים, מקדשי שבי שבת. כולם ישמחו ויתענגו מטוב לך שבת. ישמחו במלכותך. שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך. שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. והשביעי רצית בו וקידשתו שבת. חמדת ימים אותו קראת שבת. ישמחו במלכותך. שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך. שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. זכר למעשה בראשית שבת. זכר למעשה בראשית שבת. ישמחו במלכותך. שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך. שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג שבת.
Let's turn, friends, to 212 and read together the English prayer in the middle. On this Shabbat day, as you graciously receive our prayers, help us to hear your call. Grant us enough health to fulfill our duties and the compassion we need to attend to others. Teach us humility that we may perceive our own faults, and grant us the wisdom to be forgiving of others. Give us the courage to be true to our highest selves and the charity to see the best in those around us. Give us patience enough not to become discouraged, hope enough to overcome all fears for the future, and faith enough to know your presence. O source of blessing, look with favor upon us. May our offerings be acceptable to you. We praise you, Adonai, whom alone we serve with reverence. On 214, we're going to invite our parents forward, Rory and Louise, and I need to teach you 3 Hebrew words. There are a few among you who do not need to learn 3 Hebrew words, but many of you may need to be in a refresher course in your Hebrew. So would you repeat after me, please? Modim, anachnu, lach. Words mean we thank you. Very simple. And we're going to respond with those words after Rory and after Louise.
For the expanding grandeur of creation, worlds known and unknown, galaxies beyond galaxies, filling us with awe and challenging our imaginations.
Modim, anachnu, lach.
For this fragile planet Earth, its times and tides, its sunsets and seasons.
Modim anachnu lach.
For the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and achievements.
Modim anachnu lach.
For human community, our common past and future hope, our oneness transcending all separation, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and oppression.
Modim anachnu lach.
For high hopes and noble causes, for faith without fanaticism, for understanding of views not shared.
Modim anachnu lach.
For all who have labored and suffered for a fairer world, who have lived so that others might live in dignity and freedom.
Modim anachnu lach.
For human liberties and sacred rights, for opportunities to change and grow, to affirm and choose.
Modim anachnu lach.
We pray that we may live not by our fears but by our hopes, not by our words but by our deeds.
Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'eh lehodot. Friends, we're going to invite you to turn with us to page 218 to 19 and have an opportunity for our own silent and private prayer. You may utilize the words that are on these pages as stepping stones to your own thoughts, or you may find the words within your own hearts on this holy day, a moment now of our own silent and private meditation. Okay. Are you okay? You making it? Okay. The summit of all our prayers in this tefillah is the prayer for peace, which we turn to on 216.
Sim shalom, tova uvracha, chen v'chesed v'rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yisrael amecha, barecheinu yotzreinu kulanu kechad, be'or panecha. Kivur panecha natat lanu, Adonai Eloheinu. Sim shalom, tova uvracha, chen v'chesed v'rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yisrael amecha, Torat chaim ve'avat chesed, ve'avat chesed, u'tzedaka u'vracha, berachamim, v'chaim v'shalom. Sim shalom, tova uvracha, chen v'chesed v'rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yisrael amecha, v'tov b'yinecha, levarich et amcha Yisrael, b'chol עת ובכל שעה, בשלומך. שים שלום, טובה וברכה, חן וחסד ורחמים עלינו, ועל כל ישראל, ועל כל ישראל עמך. ברוך אתה אדוני, המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
It's that point in the service, friends, where we set our prayer books back in the racks, and we're going to pull out the Torah commentary. Because we begin our Torah service, our custom is to read the Torah entirely once each year. And so we, in our particular cycle, are now at the beginning of time, according to the way the Bible reckons its time. And this morning we turn to the second of all the Torah portions, all the lections that are offered weekly, and we do them in order. And this week, we read from the story of Noah. Noah in Hebrew is actually pronounced with a guttural H, Noach, and the word Noach has a root of rest. I'm not convinced that that's exactly what happened to poor Noach and his family, was to just take a rest from the events that happened. Thus, it was appropriate last night to have a rainstorm with this particular portion, and I understand one of our congregations was a little rain swept away as they read an outdoor service preparing for the night of Noah. This morning, we're going to invite forward to open our Holy Ark David Thompson and Andrea Vincent. I'm going to invite all who are able to please rise and invite our grandparents, if you would please come and stand here with us. Rachel and Raphi, you need to go on the other side of your mother, because in just about a minute, I'm a father of twins. I completely understand what just happened. Rachel and Raphi, in about a second, you're going to receive the Torah from the hands of your grandparents, whose experience coming from Israel to bring a Torah via New York to you today is an experience that is very special. And I want you to please understand deep inside, and it may not be today, but it will be in years to come, how extraordinary it is that all four of your grandparents stand here with you. We're very honored by that. I hope that you remember this moment and that you recall it when one day you'll take your place on this side of the pulpit and pass the Torah on to your children and your grandchildren. Louise. Okay. And you can pass to Rachel. And you can pass to Raphi. Stand and look beautiful. Hardest commandment, listen, Israel. Okay, so we'll get there. We'll get there. Right now we're going to read together on the top here. Baruch. Baruch. Shenatan Torah la'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Blessed.
God, who in holiness gave the Torah to the people of Israel.
Oh, magnify the Eternal One with me. Together, let us exalt God's name.
Bye.
Friends, if you would like to follow the reading, you may turn with us to page 59 in the Torah commentary. You'll see here the Hebrew on the right side. The translation is on the left side. There are notes and comments below to illumine the text for you at the bottom. Raphi is going to begin today with his reading of Torah. And for the first Aliyah, we invite forward Shoshana and Moshe Hachamovitch. Yamdu Shoshana bat Moshe v'tzivya, u'Moshe ben Pesach v'genya. Right before I thought so. He said right before he does his Aliyah. Okay. Baruch Adonai Habarach Le'olam Va'ed.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלינו מלך העולם, אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים, נתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני, נותן התורה.
Amen.
Amen. Eile todot Noach, ish tzadik, tamim haya v'dortav, et ha'elohim hitalech Noach. Vayoled Noach shlosha avanim, et Shem, et Cham v'et Yafet. ותשלחת הארץ לפני האלוהים, ותמלא הארץ חמס.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם, נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, נותן התורה.
Amen. Our second Aliyah this morning, we invite forward Uncle and Aunt Dean Hachamovitch and Joan Morse. Ya'amdu, Dean ben Moshe v'Shoshana, v'Yona bat Reuven v'Kineret.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך.
Baruch Adonai Habarach Le'olam Va'ed.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים, ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני, נותן התורה.
Amen.
וירא אלוהים את הארץ, והנה נשחטה, כי השחית כל בשר את דרכו על הארץ. ויאמר אלוהים לנוח, כס כל בשר בא לפני, כי מלאה הארץ חמס מפניהם, והנני משחיתם את הארץ. עשה לך תיבה תעשה גופר, קינים תעשה את התיבה, וחפרת אותה מבית ומחוץ בכופר.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת, וחיי עולם נוטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, נותן התורה.
Amen. Our third Aliyah this morning, we invite forward our aunt and cousin Yifat Hachamovitch and Chana Hachamovitch. Ta'amodna, Yifat bat Moshe v'Shoshana, v'Chana bat Din v'Yonah.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך.
Baruch Adonai Habarach Le'olam Va'ed.
ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים, ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני, נותן התורה.
Amen.
אמן. וזה אשר תעשה אותה 300 אמה, אורך התיבה 50 אמה רוחבה, ו30 אמה קומתה. זוהר תעשה לתיבה, ve'elama techalena milmala ufetach hateva b'tzida tasim tachtim sheniyim ushloshim ta'aseha va'ani hineni mevi et hamabul maim al haaretz l'shachet kol basar asher bo ruach chayim mitachat hashamayim kol asher ba'aretz yigva.
אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נתתו בתוכנו ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה
Amen.
My Torah portion is about Noah's Ark. What I find interesting about it is the amount of detail in the writing. For example, it says, make yourself an ark of gopher wood. Make the ark with rooms and cover it with tar inside and out. This is how to make it. 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. Make a roof for the ark, making it overhang from above by a cubit. Put the ark's door on its side, and make a bottom, a second, and a third deck. I find this interesting because it has mathematics in it, and I really like math. Evidence that shows math is that in the text, God tells Noah to build the ark, but he also gives very specific measurements of the ark. 300 cubits in length, 50 cubits in width, and 30 cubits in height. This would make the ark very large with a volume of 450,000 cubic cubits. Considering that a cubit is about 3 feet, that would be equivalent to 1,350,000 cubic feet, or about 255.7 cubic miles. In metric units, this is 411,480 meters, or 411.50926 kilometers. This is impossibly large and would have been the biggest ship in history, including today's ships. Without details, we wouldn't be able to picture the scene in our head. It wouldn't be as interesting or entertaining to read. What I think we can learn from this is that the Torah does not only have stories and prayers, but also has hints of mathematics in it.
Ya'amod, 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 Raphael ben Dror v'Sara, bar ha-mitzvah.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. V'kimoti et briti itach uvata el hateva. Ata uvanecha v'ishtecha uneshevanecha itach. Umikol hachai mikol basar shenayim mikol tavi el hateva lechachayot itach zachar unekeva yiyu. Meha'of laminehu, umin ha'pema lamina mikol, remes adama laminehu, shenayim mikol, yivo elecha lechachayot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher natan lanu torat emet, v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. For our fifth aliyah, we invite forward Lynn and Sanford Bar Lev. Yamdu Chaya Leah bat Avraham Uferach Ushmuel ben Yisrael Umasha. And friends, we're going to turn in our book ahead to page 63, chapter 9, verse 1. It's the third paragraph on page 63. And we invite you to turn to that page so you can follow along. We appear to have a new Torah reader.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
אמן.
Amen. Vayahi chol haaretz safa echat udvarim achadim. Vayahi benas aham mikedem vayonsu vik'ah be'eretz shin ahar vayeshvu sham vayomeru isharehu Avanir benah levanim v'nisrefa lisrefa v'tehi lahem havena lehaven v'hachem har haya lahem lachomer.
Baruch.
אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נתן בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. Would you come stand on the other side of the cantor and do it now? Rachel. Friends, it's my error, so please turn to page 69. We're in chapter 11, verses 1 to 3.
My Torah portion, obviously Noah, is more specifically the Tower of Babel. The people of the earth wanted to build a tower tall enough to reach the heavens so that they could make a name for themselves. God saw that what they were doing and realized that this is only the beginning of their outlandish plans. So he came down to earth and made it so that they all spoke different languages. What I found interesting about this portion was that all the people wanted was to make a name for themselves. They planned to only have one religion and one acceptable view of the world. As someone who's constantly arguing with their family, I think that it would be exceptionally boring for everyone to be exactly the same. Part of what makes us human, what brings us together, is our differences. But what I noticed in particular is that people are still attempting to do this today. Even in 2018, people are fighting each other over their differences. As humans, we still haven't realized that having different views from someone can help you grow and advance as a person. Each time I have an argument with my family, I walk away knowing more than I did beforehand. What I learned from my Torah portion is different views are valuable. You may not agree with someone's views, but it doesn't hurt to keep an open mind and try to understand why they have that opinion.
For our next Aliyah, we invite forward Scott Spencer, Zev Spencer Shapiro, and Francis Spencer Shapiro. Yamdu Shlomo ben Abraham Sarah, Zev Abraham ben Shlomo Bechazan Krit, Ufani Grit bat Shlomo u Chachazan Krit. Baruch Adonai Hamborach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayomeru ha'ava nivnei lanu ir umigdal verosho vashamayim v'na'aseh lanu shem peinafutz al penei chol ha'aretz vayered Adonai lirot et ha'ir ve'et hamigdal Asher banu b'nei ha'adam Vayomer Adonai Hein aham echad V'safa echad Lechulaham V'zeh hachilaham lasot Ve'ata lo yibatzeh mehem kol Asher yazmu la'asot.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher natan lanu Torat emet V'chayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Our next Aliyah, we invite forward Mom and Dad, Rory and Louise, to come forward. Yamdu Dror ben Moshe v'Shoshana v'Sara bat Avraham v'Sara. Baruch Adonai Hamorach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamorach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Hava nedaha v'navla shaham sefatam asher lo yishme'uhu yish sefat re'ehu vayafetz Adonai otaham mishaham al pnei chol haaretz vayachteluhu livnot ha'ir al kein kara shema bavel kisham balal Adonai zefat kol haaretz umisham hefitzam Adonai al pnei chol haaretz.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Ta'amod, 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 Rachel bat Dror v'Sara bat Mitzvah.
Baruch et Adonai hamavorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamorach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamavorach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Ele todot Shem ben me'at shana vayoled et arpachshad shenatayim achar hamabul vayachi Shem achavrei holido et arpachshad chamesh me'ot shana vayoled banim uvanot arpachshad chai chamesh ushloshim shana vayoled et shalach. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torat emet v'hayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. So, in 1 second, we're going to lift up the Torah because we've concluded our Torah reading, and we're going to invite Grandma Shoshana come forward to help us cover the Torah, which will be held during our next reading by Grandpa Moshe. Rory? Let us rise. So they can all see. Torah. Friends, our Haftarah, the reading from the prophets, comes from the book of Isaiah, chapter 54. And so let us turn just a few pages after where we were, and we'll find Isaiah. And that page is 85. The Haftarah readings match some theme that comes from the Torah readings, and here we'll find out what the theme is as we have a match regarding our flood.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nviim tovim v'ratza v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet Baruch atah Adonai Habocher b'Torah uveMoshe avdo uveYisrael amo uvinviye ha'emet v'tzedek.
Amen.
Rini akara lo Roni akara lo yalada Pitzchi rina v'tzachali lo chala ki rabim b'nei shomema mibnei ve'ula amar Adonai harchivi mekom oholech v'rihot mishknotayich Yatu al tachsochi ha'avrichi metarayich v'tedotayich chazeki kol yamin u'shemol tifrotzi v'zareich goyim yirash ve'arim neshamot Yoshivu.
Al tir'i ki lo tevoshi ve'al tikalmi ki lo tachpiri ki voshet alumayich tishkahi ve'charpat alamanutayich lo tizkriod ki vo alayich osayich Adonai tzevaot shemo ve'goalech Kedosh Israel Elohei Chol Haaretz Yikare Ki Isha Azuva Va'atzvat Ruach Kera'a Adonai Ve'eshet Neurim Ki Tima'es Amar Elohayich Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam tzur kol ha'olamim tzadik bechol hadorot ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer ve'oseh ha'medaber u'mekayem shekol devarav emet v'tzedek al ha'torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al ha'nevi'im ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu Likadusha v'limnucha lechavot ulatifaret al hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach umevarchim otach yiparach shimcha b'vi kol chai tamid leolam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai
Baruch hu Baruch Shemo
Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. As the Torah is being held, friends, we turn to our service pamphlet, and on the inside in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see our prayer for healing. Just as we embrace the Torah, we spiritually embrace those who are ill. If you know of someone who is ill and you'd like to mention his or her name at this time, please feel comfortable in doing so. as we draw strength from one another and pray for the welfare of all within our community.
Mirlo Gadushi, Mo Glasman, Natalie Young, Jody Schechtman.
We hold all their names, friends, the ones that we've said out loud, the ones that remain on our hearts, and we turn now to our Misha Berach prayer for healing. We're about to return the Torah scroll to the Ark, and we'll hear the personal and handwritten words from Raphi and Rachel as a prayer to God. We invite all who are able to please rise as we bring forward Imogen Vincent and Max Vincent to open the Holy Ark.
God of the covenant, we do not call you by this name often, but we are bonded to you through Torah and commandments. Adonai, I am familiar with your name because this is the name I learned when I began to learn about Judaism. Holy One, you created us and everything. Even those man-made things are from you. You are eternal. You have never given up on humanity despite our mistakes. El, your Hebrew name, comes from Elohim, and you expect us to act in a correct way.
You are the Infinite One. You have been there since the beginning of time and will be there till the end of time. You are the one who spoke and the world came into being. You created existence. Mighty One of Israel, our origins as a people depend on you. El, your Hebrew name, is like Eloheinu, for you are everyone's God. We call you Hashem, the name, for each person has a name for you. After becoming a bar mitzvah, we plan to continue our Jewish education by becoming a madrich, going to Israel later this year, and participating in Unity. We are super excited about the Israel Twinning program in December. Thank you, God, for the best twin sister I could ever hope for your funny, sarcastic comments to your airplane dance. When we're not arguing, the conversations that we have on the way home from school are special, to say the least. You are very smart, so nice, a really good runner, and fun to play with.
Thank you, God, for my brother, who will always be my go-to for homework help. Although annoying at times, you are a genuinely wonderful brother. You are incredibly talented and very smart. Mom, what are the most common words that are said in our conversations? Seriously? I love you. We love spending time with you. Even though we argue sometimes, or a lot, we love you so much, and no matter what, we will remind you how much you love your new kitchen. You give us advice and endless pressure to practice piano and clarinet. Love you.
Dad, we love you immensely, and no matter how many times you say the word thang, that will never change. We love our outings to Fuddruckers and going bowling with you even more. We really appreciate your support of our learning and bringing us coffee. Love you.
Thank you, God, for Nana and Grandpa for always watching The Sound of Music and taking walks in the park.
Thank you, God, for Saba and Safta, for the delicious matzo ball soup and playing boggle with us and letting us win.
Cantor Shapiro,
Thank you for teaching us our Aliyot, Haftarah, and the prayers that we chanted. We could not have done this without you. Your encouragement really means a lot. Rabbi Feinstein, thank you for helping me prepare for becoming a bar mitzvah. We also want to make an effort to create a better world. Some problems that I would fix are the level of pollution, the amount of war going on, and the cruelty that animals are being treated with. Pollution is a very big problem that is decreasing the amount of trees, therefore releasing more carbon dioxide into our atmosphere. War is another problem that we need to solve. Animals do not deserve to be treated cruelly.
We need to end homelessness. If we stopped polluting, our environment would be cleaner. We should protect animals, and I hope one day we'll end war, and there will be peace for Israel and all the world.
Help us, O God, to make a better world. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'hegianu lazman hazeh.
Praise you,
Praise are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who has kept us in life, sustained us, and brought us to this sacred moment. Amen.
Rachel and Raphi, the Torah is a tree of life to all who hold it fast, and all who embrace it can indeed find happiness. Its ways, as you have been around the temple, have been pleasant ways. Big smiles, usually, around both of you whenever you're here. In the paths of Torah, if only we were to learn and understand and follow the words of Torah, they could lead us all to peace. Except for you two. Raphi. You may be seated, friends. You never sit down. Now remember how we did this earlier. You're here, Raphi. You're here. Turn to me. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Nice. So, you made it. A bar and bat mitzvah here at University Synagogue. Take a deep breath. And now give your sigh of relief. Okay, there you are. Okay. Well, I figure since you have been around the block before and you've been to one or two bar or bat mitzvah celebrations, you know that I always speak about 3 words from the Torah portion So today I'm going to double up the length. No, just kidding. Just 3 words is fine. So your portion is from what we call prehistory. The Jewish people begin with Abraham. That comes starting next week. But today, and everything we did last week, all those stories about today, like Noah and the Tower of Babel and Cain and Abel, those are all stories that belong to all of humanity. They're not anything specifically Jewish. They happen to be stories that our ancestors chose to place in the Bible because they involved a universal look at all people. Therefore, we have to look at Noah as not a Jewish man, but as someone who was around at the beginning of time and wonder a little bit about him. Why does the Torah text call him a tzaddik? He's called a righteous man. So Noah, the rabbis have a debate about whether he was righteous for his time or for all time, because it says Noah was a righteous man in his generation. So does that mean he was the best that the bench had when he was in his own age, or was he going to be on the all-star MVP list for all time? We don't really know. But the rabbis who say that he was only good enough for his generation say that the problem with Noah was that Noah never spoke back to God. He never protested. That when the issue came forward from God and said, make an ark, I'm going to flood the world, and just you and your family and some animals are going to escape, Noah never said, that's a really stupid idea. Noah never said, well, what about my friend down the block, Aaron? Aaron's a really great guy. He's done neat things. Why don't we save him too? That's nothing that Noah ever says. Abraham, on the other hand, protests. Abraham at Sodom and Gomorrah says, God, you want to destroy everybody? Are you going to sweep away the righteous with the wicked? So Abraham protests against God, and Abraham is seen by, therefore, the rabbis as a more righteous individual. The key word, though, is that Noah is a tzaddik. He is a righteous man. Abraham is a righteous man. We want you to be righteous people, and you do that in your life by making good decisions. We do that in our lives by doing the right thing. And sometimes it's very hard as teens, as adults, to do the right thing. Sometimes it means saying yes when no is popular, and sometimes it means saying no when yes is popular. But to be true to yourselves, to be true to your family, to be true to your Verizon network — I want you to look out and see your Verizon network here today — all the people that support you, and to be true to the Torah, you have to do the right thing. And that's the model that we have for you today with Noah. Second is a word that, Rachel, you happen to chant, is the word darko. So it's the word that comes from the way, the path. Do I have a clue what your path is going to be ahead? No, nobody does. Because how you get from here to the rest of your life depends on your family and the choices that you make. I will suggest staying in the middle of that path is the wisest approach. Maimonides, teaching in the 12th century, has the chance to say, what is that path? And it's never to be too much this way and never to be too much that way, but to stay down the middle of whatever is going on. The mean, the middle, the what you do, not to the extremes, but that which is in the middle is a way to keep your path set. I don't know what your path will be, but I know that the guidance from your parents, from our tradition, from your synagogue, from your friends, can be a way to make that path holy and to make that path pure. I can only hope that your path, as words I spoke before the ark, that your path will be a path of happiness and peace. And last word, re'ehu. Re'ehu is a word that means friend. Friend is what we have. Sometimes in our sister and brother, a very good moment to smile at each other, thank you. And sometimes it's the people who are out in the congregation or friends who may not be able to be here. But a friend is someone you can certainly count on. The goal in life is not to have a gigantic amount of friends. It's to have good friends on whom you can count. And the best way that you can create friendships is by being the best friend possible. Part of that is by being there for your friends. Part of that is by caring for them. And part of that is by listening to what they are saying to you and for you to be able to respond. So we hope for you to be good friends in the future, not just as brother and sister, but the kind of friends that you want to accumulate and to have for a lifetime. So 3 Hebrew words: tzaddik, be righteous, be just, be true to God in your endeavors and to your family. Second, darko, make your path pure and holy and good. Keep it in the middle. You'll be in good shape. And finally, re'ehu, be a good friend. Have good friends and cherish them, and do all you can to continue to develop those relationships throughout your lifetime. Rachel and Raphi, we've watched you grow up in our synagogue. We're really happy for you today and for your parents and your grandparents. It's my pleasure now to invite Cantor Shapiro forward as we offer God's blessing upon you. Rachel and Raphi, we're so proud of you today, and we're delighted that a member of our Board of Trustees, Nancy Stark, is going to present you with your special certificates certifying this day, followed by words from your parents.
Rachel and Raphi. Yes, well, on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the officers and the entire university synagogue family, mazel tov to both of you on just a remarkable, beautiful job this morning, and of course, upon becoming bar and bat mitzvah. It must be extra special being able to share this together, being on the bima as twins. You know, I had the benefit of being out there and looking at the two of you throughout the service, and I could see that this was a joyful experience. Becoming a b'nai mitzvah it's a responsibility and it's a big milestone. It's also very joyful. And as the rabbi was talking about being on the right path and doing good things, I know that you are already doing those things because of your mitzvah projects, helping animals and your fellow students, and by all the things that you just said about how you like to change the world. So it is my honor and pleasure, I get to present you with two things. One is your certificate of bar and bat mitzvah, which memorializes what you've already completed. And the other is a gift certificate of $250 each from NIFTY, the North American Federation of Temple Youth. Thank you. I need a little help there. And it's to use toward a trip to Israel. And I'm very excited to hear that that's already in the works and that you're going to be continuing to be engaged with the temple and experience Israel and to deepen all those Jewish connections. So again, a very big and heartfelt mazel tov to both of you. Shake. And Rachel, these are yours. And Raphi, you're taking both. Yeah. I'll let you work that out. Okay. I'm just going to take my yaw back.
Your parents are speaking to you. Stay right there.
Oh, no.
I promised your mother that I would go first so she could have the last word on this. Rachel. Hi.
Hi.
Ray.
Funny seeing you here.
I know how sensitive you are about being talked about in public. And I know how easily embarrassed you get. So I promise not to say anything at all about your precocious maturity, about your beauty or your intelligence, your academic and athletic achievements, your skills, or your sarcasm. I won't say a word about them. And I promised your mother I wouldn't say anything about how your musical abilities has lived up to your namesake, Ray Charles, who I had in mind when I named you. But since I can't talk about any of that, what can I talk about? I could talk about the two things that I think make you you. First, your resilience. You have learned that every now and then there's something to stumble over or something dropped on your head from a great height. But you've learned how to make it right through that. And you've always emerged even better than you were before. And the other R I always think of with you is your relentlessness. You have goals, and you will achieve them. As your Uncle Dean always says, I will drive these pineapples to Hawaii. I will get it there. And indeed, you always do. Raffles.
Hi.
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 Similar to Rachel, I'm not going to talk about what I think is your profound intelligence, your sense of humor, your way with video games. I will say how it's amazing how you've suddenly grown into this handsome, tall, stubbly young man. I will focus somewhere else. If I recall correctly, 13 years, 5 days ago at your bris, I said how you were named for Abraham Raphael Berkovich, your great-great-grandfather, a Vishnitzer Hasid who was known for his kindness, his patience, his goodness. And I said how I hope that some of this is passed on to you somehow. When you were little, when you were every now and then, not often, when you were a little out of focus,
Raphi.
now and then, Raphi, you used to tell us how you'd go to Raphi land. And I'm here to tell you that I think more of us should go there. Because what I've learned is that in Raphi land, the grass is bright green on both sides. There are no clouds, there are only silver linings. The glass is totally full and can be refilled regularly. You have a way of, in the deepest darkness, knowing how to find the light switch. And as I've always said, you're the only person who's ever carried that last name that I know of who really understands about being happy. And one day, if I ever grow up, I hope I could turn out to be like you this way. Congratulations, both of you, wonderful job.
So you named me after Ray Charles, and you named him after the great grandpa.
Yeah.
Boom. Thanks. Thanks, Dad.
My turn.
Cool.
I'm leaky, yes. They nicknamed me Leaky Lou.
I think part of your nose is leaked.
Sorry for being leaky. It's a very special time.
I know.
Every single birthday since you were born, it has been sunshiny. There has never, ever been a day of rain on October 11th or October 13th, going back to 2005. Except for Noah's Ark and this particular weekend. That's special. I have 208 words for Rachel and 206 for Raphi. It is fair. And I'm going to start with Rachel. Rachel, I love you. You have demonstrated self-motivation, self-discipline, and dedicated a huge amount of energy in preparing for your bat mitzvah, and I'm proud of you, and I hope you feel proud of yourself. You have great strengths, a spirit of determination that was evident from the beginning, a drive to achieve, and I see you developing a passion for justice. When you advocate for others, be they fluffy rabbits, strangers or friends, when you anticipate the needs of others and when you are generous with your time and love, that's when I see you express your true self. So yes, take charge of your life. It's up to you to choose the path you follow. And I want you to know that wherever life leads you, I am here for you. I have one piece of advice to help you along the way. In times of sadness, failure, stress, or conflict, please try to take a step back and see a bigger picture. You are not alone, and you should not be afraid to ask for help. Because when we are true to ourselves and speak the truth about our feelings to ourselves and to others, we grow stronger, not weaker. I love you. Raphael. I know you don't like me calling you that. Raphi. I love you.
Love you too, Mom.
You have worked hard preparing for your bar mitzvah, and I am proud of you, and I hope you feel proud of yourself. It's a pleasure to watch you mature and grow and grow and grow. And it brings me joy to see that you are thinking about the kind of man that you want to be. And I think you are well on the way to becoming a very kind, thoughtful, generous, and loyal young man. You have many talents and boundless energy that flows in many different directions. And when you direct your energy and focus, you achieve great things, regardless of whether it's martial arts, music, maths, or literature. So when the time is right, you will take charge of your life and choose where you want to go and what you want to achieve. And I have a sneaking suspicion that you will find success, spread your positivity and love, and bring great happiness to others. I have one piece of advice to help you along the way. Remember this: listening is the most powerful form of acknowledgement. Listening is the most powerful form of acknowledgement. And yes, I do repeat myself because I love you.
Friends, we're going to invite you to turn to page 282 as we rise for Aleinu.
No, you cannot. Go to the ark and open it up with your sister. Get your sister to come with you.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
We're going to turn, friends, to 294 as we remember, especially this day, the memory of David Shagian, Zichrono Livracha. May the memory of David and the memory of all who we hold dear be recalled as a blessing. Kaddish is on 294. Together, Yitgadal v'Yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, Ba'alma Divra Chirute v'Yamlich Malchute, B'chayechon v'Yomechon, V'chayei l'chol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala v'Zman Kari v'Imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach le'olam u'le'almei almaya, Yitgadal v'Hadar v'Talal Shmei l'Kudusha B'richu, Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'ne'emata, ta'amiran b'yalma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, comfort all who are saddened among us here and wherever they may be. We say together, amen. Rachel, Raphi, would you come here, please? You're on your way to Israel very soon. It's going to be the snap of fingers before you're there. And on behalf of the Jewish Federation of Los Angeles, and as immediate past president of the Board of Rabbis of Southern California, I want to present with you a book that I really hope you will take a gander at between now and December. It's called Israel Matters, How to Understand the Past and How to Link to the Future. And so enjoy reading. It's filled with pictures, too. Get you ready for what you're going to see. And hopefully you'll have a fantastic trip with those who go with you. We're going to leave all our stuff here. We're going to invite all our grandparents down to our table for Kiddush and Motzi. Abba v'Ima, Mom and Dad, Rachel, Raphi, come on down. And I want to offer Yasher Koach to our cantor, who has just led the service with gigantomigraine. So those of you who understand that, you know how to give her a hip, hip hooray and a pat on the back. Grandma, Grandpa, Margot, come. We're awfully proud. Friends, we have a bar bat mitzvah who are going to lead us in our Kiddush. Each of you grab your cup if you can remember which is which. I don't think it matters either. Here we go. Baruch
Eloheinu melech haolam, borei kori hagafen.
Amen. Now, the most traditional thing following becoming bar bat mitzvah is the custom of taking the plastic off the challah, which I am an expert at. And you're going to hold the challah together and say motzi. And then, friends, there's going to be challah and wine or juice, as is age appropriate for you, immediately after the service. And then we're going to celebrate. Thanks to Rory and to Louise, we have lunch ready for all, and we hope you'll stay and celebrate with us. Baruch.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen. Food. Our closing song is Oseh Shalom. If you need the words, they're on the bottom of 294.
Oseh Shalom mimromav, uyaseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amin. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom,
Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom.
Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
When the flood happened, God promised at the end, as the waters dried up, that no flood would destroy the world again. But it depends also on our behavior. It depends on our morality and our ethics. So for us to be a tzaddik like Noah, it means for us to be just and right and do good. So if we leave that story here in the sanctuary, it's a nice day, that's nice. But if we take the story with us outside into the world beyond and help repair the brokenness that's out there, then we truly take its meaning to heart. I urge you to try to do that. Adonai oz la'amo yitein Adonai yivarechet amo v'shalom. Give us strength, O God, to make a better world. And on that path, O God, lead us to peace. Amen. Shabbat shalom. Mazel tov.